Hello, today during this video I'm going to present the two kinds of tasks that I did for my last assignment. So those exams are the traditional and the verbal one. I want to highlight that I decided to join the two topics that I chose at the beginning of the term. Those topics are comparing and superlatives, people, places, and things, and the other is describing people. To begin, I want to mention that I decided to call to these tests, a midterms exams, because I decided to join two topics in order to make a midterm exam. So other thing that I want to mention here is that I divided the exams in 4 parts. Each part is differently because it depends on the 4 English skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So each one has 0.5% point assigned. So to begin, let's start with the written of the traditional exams. I'm going to put here some images in order to illustrate what I'm saying. So in the written, the 5% says read the following text and highlight with color red comparatives, color blue superlatives, and color green adjectives of describing people. So here is the paragraph, a short paragraph, and the students are going to bring the day of the exam these 3 colors that I already told them to bring to the day of the exam. So they will use these 3 colors in order to identify comparatives, superlatives, and the adjectives, things that I assume that they already knew because I teach them. So in order to evaluate this skill, I'm going to use this activity. For the listening part, I have here the audio. So I put these images in order to illustrate that they are listening a real audio. So once they already listen the audio, they will read the sentences and write in the parentheses the letter C is the sentence is true, or the letter F in case it is false. So once they already listen the audio, they will be ready to identify if the sentence is true or is false. So it's very simple exercise that they are able to answer quickly once they already listen the audio. So to evaluate this skill, I'm going to use this activity of true and false. Then I have the writing skill. So for evaluate the writing comprehension, I select this exercise. So it is an image of a big family. So and there are 5 sentences of describing them. 5 of a lot of members that they are in the image. So the instructions are which the images and write underline the correct name. So there we are the description. For example, the number 1 says is fat, brown eyes, and he is wearing red glasses. So we can see that the correct answer for this question is the name of Oliver, the little boy that is using red glasses. So for evaluate the speaking skill, I want to divide all the class into groups. So the first group will present on Monday and on Tuesday, and the next one will present on Wednesday. and the Monday is the written exam. So for this interview, the day after exam, students are going to prepare. Listen to the instructions. Prepare your speech of describing you and your friend using adjectives, superlatives, and comparative phrases. Things that they know how to use it, because that is the thing. So the day after the exams, I'm going to present. So hello students, how are you? How is your day going? And then, okay, can you please describe yourself and your friend? Okay, and with a checklist, I'm going to evaluate this skill. On the other hand, we have the virtual exam. So for this virtual test, you can see here the English language midterm. They have to answer this quiz in order to evaluate their English skills. So they need to write it down, first of all, a valid email address, because through this email address I can send them the grade that they have at the end of the virtual quiz. So I just gotta check it, and then I can evaluate and send the note through their email address. So then they have to put their name and the grade, as well as the traditional. And then we have the first English skill, which is written. So read the following passages carefully. So there is a short paragraph as well. They should read it, and then they can answer true or false questions. So it is very simple. So it's Nicole from Mexico, yes, true or false, or Susie is shorter than Kiara, true or false, and the student should know the correct answer. In order to do this, I have 5 questions for this true or false exercise. Then I have here the listening. For the listening, if you can see, there is the link for the audio. So I record myself to create the audio. So I record myself to create the audio, and I put the link so students are able to listen to the audio, and then they can go again through the Google form quiz and answer multiple choice questions. So there's the question, and there are 3 or 2 options, and they should answer with the correct one. So based on the on the audio. So in order to evaluate the listening comprehension, I'm going to evaluate it with this activity. So this is very simple activity to evaluate the comprehension and the listening. And for writing, there are 5 point percent assigned. So they can write a short paragraph, not a sentence, short paragraph, comparing to restaurants. So they can select Burger King and Popeyes to describe them and to compare things, and using superlatives and so on. So they can use all the knowledge that they have to create a paragraph. And finally, at the end of the virtual quiz or the virtual test or exam, the speaking section has 5% assigned, and there is a link to record an audio describing their favorite movie. They will select, for example, Me Before You, the movie. So I'm going to record myself using the link that there is in the exam, so they can click the link and they record their answer describing their favorite movie. For example, the Clark is in love with the man who can't walk and he wants to die and so on. So and then the link that the Bukaru can show them, they will copy and paste to the space that is over here in the exam. So through this activity, I'm going to evaluate the speaking comprehension, fluently, pronunciation, understanding, coherence, etc., and so on, in order to evaluate the speaking skill. So I hope that you can see all the things that I made in order to create these quizzes, and I hope you understood the way that I am going to teach to evaluate the 4 English skill in just one test. So have a nice day.